Life can sometimes feel like a maze of relationships, a never-ending journey filled with twists and turns. But have you ever wondered if the people in your life are genuinely there for you, or just taking advantage of your kindness? I've been there, and I know how it feels to question the authenticity of the bonds we form. It's like standing at a crossroads, unsure which path leads to genuine connections, the kind that uplift you, inspire you, and bring out the very best in you. But guess what? You're not alone in this journey, not anymore. Today, we're diving deep into an exploration of human behavior, emotions, and the profound wisdom of Stoicism, my favorite philosophy, to decode the subtle yet revealing signs that someone might be using you. These signs, they aren't just random tips or generic advice. No, they're carefully crafted insights that you can relate to, learn from, and implement in your life. We're talking about real solutions here, solutions that empower you to see beyond the surface and navigate your relationships with newfound clarity and self-respect. Because this isn't just about avoiding users and toxic people. It's about attracting and nurturing bonds that are truly rewarding, bonds that enrich your life, uplift your spirits, and contribute to your personal growth. So, are you ready to transform how you perceive and navigate your relationships? Are you ready to move towards more genuine, fulfilling connections? If the answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. But before we do, remember this. As we journey through these insights, we'll anchor ourselves in the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to focus on what's within our control, to value self-awareness, and to insist on the respect we deserve. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and get ready for a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and genuine connections. You've just embarked on a path to a better you. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. Picture this. You've achieved something you're proud of, something that took time and effort. You excitedly share it with someone, expecting a pat on the back, a high five, or just a simple congratulations. But instead, what you get is a dismissive, "That's all," or maybe you open up about your dreams, your aspirations, your vision for the future, and all you hear is them belittling your dreams. These aren't just casual remarks, my friends. No, they're subtle tools used by some to keep you in a perpetual state of self-doubt. It's like they're trying to make you feel smaller so they can feel bigger. It's like a game for them. But here's where Stoicism comes into play. You see, Stoicism teaches us about focusing on what's within our control, and your reaction to these diminishing comments, well, that's within your control. Next time someone tries to downplay your achievements or belittle your dreams, remember this Stoic principle. These comments say more about the speaker's own insecurities than they do about your worth. It's their way of saying, "I feel threatened by your success." So what can you do? You have a choice, my friends. You can either let these words have power over you, or you can see them for what they truly are, reflections of someone else's inner turmoil. Your self-esteem, well, that's not a tool for others to undermine. It's your shield, your strength, unyielding to the whims of those who seek to use you for their gain. Surround yourself with positivity, with people who genuinely support and uplift you. In the world seen through the Stoic lens, your life is too precious to be dimmed by others' insecurities. Maintain your inner peace, and let your actions speak louder than words. Remember, in the Stoic pursuit of personal growth, your self-esteem is not a tool for others to undermine. It's your shield, your strength, and it's yours to protect. So the next time you encounter diminishing comments, meet them with equanimity and self-assurance. A true Stoic doesn't engage in petty battles of words. They stand firm in their self-worth. Your journey is about personal growth, and you deserve relationships that uplift you, not drag you down. We've all encountered these individuals at some point in our lives, those who are like magicians of words, weaving stories and making grand promises with the ease of a seasoned storyteller. But when the moment arrives for them to step up and turn those words into actions, they vanish into thin air, leaving behind a trail of unfulfilled promises. It's like watching a magic show, isn't it? They make you believe in the impossible, in the incredible, and you eagerly await the moment when they'll pull that rabbit out of the hat. But instead, what you get is an empty hat and a sense of disappointment. Now, Stoicism teaches us something essential here. It teaches us the importance of actions over words. Actions, you see, don't lie. They are the true measure of someone's intent and commitment. So when promises become a currency freely given but rarely cashed in, it's a sign. Pay attention to the pattern. Does this person consistently fall short when it matters most? Are their words like beautiful blueprints for a house, but they never show up on the construction site? The foundation of trust cannot be built on words alone. Now here's where Stoicism comes into play again. It's not about being cynical, it's about being discerning. Trust and relationships are built on a balance of words and actions. When someone's actions consistently don't match their words, it's a red flag. It's a sign that perhaps they are more invested in the idea of being seen as supportive rather than actually being supportive. In recognizing this, you empower yourself to make informed decisions about who you let into your inner circle. You see, your time and emotional investment are precious. Reserve them for those who don't just speak but also act with sincerity and integrity. Quality trumps quantity in relationships. You're not just a resource. You're a person deserving of a balanced, reciprocal connection. Don't settle for a one-person show. You deserve a supportive team on this journey called life. After all, how else can you grow? So when you encounter broken promises, remember this Stoic wisdom. It's not about cynicism. It's about discernment. Trust and relationships are built on a foundation of words and actions in harmony. Those who consistently fall short in their actions may not be the companions you need. Picture this. You're the constant giver in a relationship. You offer support, your time, and what do you get in return? Defining silence. When you need a hand, it's not just about being generous. It's a glaring sign that you're undervalued. Now here's where our friend Stoicism comes in, my dear viewers. You see, Stoicism teaches us about mutual respect and balance, essentials for any healthy relationship. Your worth isn't measured by your generosity or your availability. Recognize this one-sided dynamic and dare to set boundaries. It's not selfish. It's self-respect. Engage in honest conversations and see who adjusts. Those unwilling to reciprocate are merely making room for people who genuinely value you. Remember, quality trumps quantity in relationships. You're not just a resource. You're a person deserving of a balanced, reciprocal connection. So don't settle for being the solo performer in the relationship orchestra. You deserve a supportive team in this journey called life. After all, how else can you grow if you're carrying the weight of the world all on your own? Remember, Stoicism teaches us that your self-esteem is not a tool for others to undermine. It's your shield, your strength, unyielding to the whims of those who seek to use you for their gain. So if you find yourself rowing that boat all by yourself while someone else enjoys the scenery, it's time to reflect on Stoic wisdom. Don't settle for a one-person show. Seek those who understand the importance of balance in relationships. Stay discerning and choose. Before your words even reach their ears, you've already poured out your heart, only to feel as invisible as the furniture in the room. This isn't mere neglect. It's a deliberate strategy to keep you subdued. It starkly contradicts the Stoic tenet of mutual respect and empathy. Stoicism teaches us to honor each other's emotions and needs, yet here, it feels like they're crafting your emotional world with hues of neglect and apathy. But let's be clear, your emotional health is paramount. Your feelings are valid, and your needs are significant. It's crucial to recognize these patterns. When your moments of joy and sorrow are met with disinterest or empty words, it's a signal to break free from these shackles. First, listen to your inner voice, that subtle whisper telling you, this isn't right. Trust it. You're not a secondary character in someone else's narrative. You're the protagonist of your own story. When your emotions and needs are dismissed, it's time to assert yourself. It's not about initiating conflict but about respecting your feelings. If they persist in ignoring your needs, it may be time to reassess the relationship. Stoicism teaches us that self-respect is the first step in teaching others how to respect us. Sometimes, the most empowering action is to distance yourself from those who undervalue your worth. So, let's advocate for our feelings and needs. Surround yourself with individuals who truly listen and see you. Relationships should be reciprocal paths, not one-way streets leading only to another's happiness. In the quest for self-betterment, remember that your peace of mind is your most precious asset. Protect it with the wisdom of a Stoic warrior. Your well-being is important, and you deserve relationships where your emotions and needs are not just recognized but cherished. Picture yourself in a relationship, friendship, or even a workplace where your confidence starts to erode. This isn't due to any personal failing but because someone is covertly manipulating your emotions. These manipulators are cunning. They disguise themselves as friends or allies, subtly eroding your self-esteem. They use a clever mix of praise and criticism to make you reliant on their approval. But here's where we ground ourselves in Stoicism. We recall the words of Marcus Aurelius, a luminary of Stoic philosophy. He stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight is our shield in the subtle arena of emotional manipulation. When interactions leave you feeling drained rather than uplifted, it's time to take notice. This awareness is your initial step toward empowerment. Boundaries are not mere lines in the sand. They are the ramparts of your mental citadel. So, stand firm in your values, confront inconsistencies, and most importantly, engage with those who respect and foster your growth. Remember, your peace of mind is your most valuable possession. Guard it with the wisdom of a Stoic warrior. Faced with emotional manipulation, recognize your power to choose how you respond. Sometimes, the most empowering action is to set boundaries and step away from those who seek to manipulate your feelings. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-control in the face of emotional manipulation. So, let's stand firm against emotional manipulation. Trust your instincts, challenge the manipulation, and protect your peace of mind. Your mental space is yours to govern, and by safeguarding it, you not only honor yourself but also uphold the Stoic virtue of self-control. Remember, your well-being matters, and you deserve relationships built on trust, respect, and authenticity. At the core of every meaningful relationship is the foundation of genuine support. It's akin to having a personal cheerleader who's with you through every high and low. But what happens when this support is absent? It's like walking a tightrope without a safety net. You move forward, hoping for a word of encouragement or a helping hand, only to encounter emptiness. This absence is a glaring warning sign in any relationship, indicating that you might be dealing with someone who views you as a stepping stone rather than a partner in growth. Genuine support isn't just about constant agreement or unwavering support. It's about having someone who values your dreams as much as their own. When this support is missing, your achievements and challenges become mere background noise to them. They might pretend to listen to your stories, but their minds are elsewhere. They're like shadows that appear when the sun shines but disappear at the first sign of a storm. Such relationships are draining, leaving you feeling isolated in your endeavors. So, let's anchor ourselves in Stoic wisdom. Recognize these patterns. When your joys and sorrows are met with indifference or hollow words, it's a sign to reassess the depth and direction of the connection. To flourish, surround yourself with people who genuinely invest in your well-being. It's not about finding yes men or yes women, but individuals who challenge and elevate you, celebrating your triumphs and standing by you in your defeats. In a world where relationships can often be superficial, fostering connections rooted in mutual respect and genuine interest is not just refreshing, it's essential. These are the bonds that not only endure the test of time, but also propel you forward, enriching your life with a sense of shared purpose and understanding. Remember, you're not just seeking companions, you're looking for allies in the journey of life. Genuine support is the fuel that drives us forward on this path of self-improvement and growth. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and not to worry about what lies beyond our control. Yet, constant competition often leads us to fixate on things outside our control, such as comparing our achievements or possessions to others. Consider this: engaging in a perpetual contest of one-upmanship is exhausting. You're constantly keeping score of who owes what, who's winning, and who's losing. It's a draining way to navigate any relationship, whether with friends, family, or colleagues. Stoics remind us that authentic relationships thrive on mutual growth and shared successes. It's not about keeping score. It's about lifting each other up. It's about celebrating each other's achievements as if they were our own. Imagine a world where your accomplishments are not a source of envy or competition, but a source of inspiration and joy for those around you. That's the kind of connection we should strive for. So, let's anchor ourselves in Stoic wisdom. Shift the focus from competition to collaboration. Remember, life is not a zero-sum game. Your success does not diminish someone else's potential for success. Instead of trying to outdo each other, work together to achieve common goals. That's where the true strength of relationships lies, in the unity of purpose and the shared journey toward something meaningful. When you release the grip of constant competition, you open up space for authentic connections. You transform into allies on life's journey, offering support and encouragement to one another. This approach to relationships is far more rewarding and enriching. So, remember, not every interaction needs to be a contest. Concentrate on building relationships based on mutual respect and support. Have you ever been in a situation where everything was going well, and you were surrounded by friends and supporters, but when hard times came, some of those friends vanished like shadows at dusk? Stoicism emphasizes the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. The behavior of fair-weather friends is a prime example of something beyond our control. We can't force them to be there for us when it matters most, but we can control how we perceive and respond to their absence. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own virtues, character, and actions. It reminds us that we have no control over others, their choices, or their loyalty. When you find yourself missing a supposed friend in a critical moment, recall the Stoic principle: your support network should be there for you, but it won't always be, and that's all right. It's in these tough times that we truly see the quality of our connections. Stoicism urges us to concentrate on our resilience, strength, and ability to weather life's storms, rather than harboring bitterness or resentment towards those who weren't there for us. Stoicism encourages us to look inward, to nurture our inner strength, because ultimately, It's our character that counts the most. And the beauty of embracing Stoic principles is that you become a source of strength, not just for yourself, but for others as well. You become the kind of friend who is present in both the good times and the bad. Let's hold on to the fact that while fair weather friends may come and go, your inner Stoic strength remains constant. Focus on building your character, your resilience, and be the kind of friend you would want in your own times of need. Stoicism offers the insight that some things are within our control, while others are not. The actions and decisions of others, including whether they reciprocate in a relationship, often fall into the latter category. However, Stoicism provides an anchor. Healthy relationships require a balance of give and take. It's about accepting that you can't change someone else's behavior or compel them to reciprocate, but you can control your approach to the situation. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our virtues and values. It encourages us to be the best version of ourselves, regardless of others' actions. If you find yourself giving without receiving in a relationship, remember that your actions are within your control. It's not about keeping score. It's about setting healthy boundaries and expressing your needs. Stoicism reminds us to strive for excellence in our character and actions, regardless of external factors. Instead of feeling resentful or frustrated, Stoicism guides us to cultivate our own sense of fulfillment. It's about finding contentment in being our best selves, whether or not others reciprocate. When you live by Stoic principles, you become a beacon of strength and virtue. You become someone who knows how to set boundaries and communicate needs effectively. Remember that while lack of reciprocity can be challenging, it's also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Concentrate on your character, your values, and your journey toward becoming your best self. Stoicism suggests that we focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Betrayals by others often fall into the realm of the uncontrollable. Yet, Stoicism teaches us to confront these situations with clarity and choose our path forward. It reminds us that while we can't control someone else's actions, we have full control over our responses. Stoicism encourages us to find strength in adversity and maintain our inner peace, even when trust is broken. It's about understanding that betrayal reflects the other person's choices, not our worth. Instead of letting anger or resentment consume us, Stoicism guides us to step back, assess the situation with a clear mind, and decide how to proceed. It's not about seeking revenge or holding grudges. Stoicism teaches us to choose actions that align with our values and principles. It's about finding the most virtuous path, even when faced with betrayal. When you embody Stoic principles in the face of betrayal, you become a symbol of resilience and wisdom. You become someone who can navigate challenges with grace and integrity. Remember that betrayal, though painful, can lead to growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to reaffirm your values, principles, and commitment to a virtuous life. It's as if they're saying, "You matter, but only when I say so." This can undermine your self-esteem, worth, and peace of mind. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of self-worth and self-respect. It reminds us that our value is not dependent on others' opinions or actions. In Stoic philosophy, we find stability and self-assurance. We learn that it's okay to set boundaries, stand up for our worth, and not be at the mercy of someone else's selective availability. When we adopt Stoic principles, we begin to value ourselves more, not out of arrogance, but with a recognition of our dignity and self-respect. The next time you're kept on standby by someone, remember this Stoic wisdom. It's a reminder that you're not a pawn. You're a person with your own thoughts, feelings, and worth. Living by Stoic values makes you less vulnerable to manipulation. You become more resilient, centered, and in control of your life. Take a deep breath, remember your worth, and don't let anyone play games with your heart or mind. In the grand play of life, you're the leading actor. Selective availability may try to dim your light, but with Stoicism as your anchor, you can shine brightly and authentically, regardless of external influences. Here's your Stoic anchor. Understanding that saying no and setting boundaries is not selfish. It's essential for self-care and your well-being. In Stoicism, we understand the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. Our actions and boundaries are within our control, but others' reactions are not. When someone tries to make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself, recall the Stoic wisdom that tells you to focus on your virtues and values, not external judgments. It's not about being cold or unkind. It's about honoring your needs and boundaries. Giving in to guilt means giving away your power. Stoicism teaches us to be kind to ourselves, to practice self-compassion. Saying no when necessary is an act of self-love, affirming that your well-being matters. Remember, manipulators exploit guilt. They may try to manipulate you, but when you embrace Stoicism, you're not an easy target. You become a bastion of inner strength. So, the next time someone attempts to make you feel guilty for setting boundaries or caring for yourself, take a deep breath, recall Stoic teachings, and stand firm. Your well-being is paramount. Stoicism highlights the significance of virtue and wisdom, not just in our actions but in the company we keep. When you're in a relationship where your thoughts, feelings, and ideas are ignored, it can be disheartening. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to surround ourselves with those who value our inner world. Genuine interest in each other is key to meaningful connections. It's about listening, understanding, and appreciating what the other person contributes. Stoicism advises us to choose our companions wisely, seeking relationships where ideas and emotions are exchanged freely and with mutual interest. If you're in a one-sided relationship where your thoughts and feelings are unacknowledged, remember you deserve better. You deserve relationships that celebrate your inner world. Stoicism reminds us that prioritizing meaningful relationships is acceptable. It's not about severing ties but nurturing connections that truly enhance your life. Reflect on your relationships with Stoic wisdom, focusing on what's within our control, our choices, values, and the company we keep. If you're in a one-sided relationship, it might be time to find a partner who's willing to engage with you fully, valuing your thoughts and feelings. In Stoicism, there's a lesson on virtue, including wisdom and fairness. It's about how we conduct ourselves and how we interact with others. If you're in conversations that revolve around the other person, and your words go unheard, it can be frustrating. Stoicism teaches us to strive for fair exchanges. Healthy conversations should be balanced, with both parties contributing. It's a dialogue, not a monologue. Stoicism encourages us to engage in ways that respect others' thoughts and feelings while valuing our own. If you're stuck in a one-sided conversation, remember you can steer it towards a more balanced exchange. Stoicism reminds us to maintain our integrity in conversations, ensuring our voice is heard and respected. Consider Stoic wisdom, focusing on what we can control, our conduct, choices, and commitment to fairness. If your words are ignored, redirect the conversation. Embrace Stoic principles of fairness and wisdom for more balanced and meaningful exchanges. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of sincerity and authentic connections, which are the pillars of a fulfilling life. Superficial relationships can create an illusion of closeness without depth, like a cake that looks good but tastes bland. Stoicism encourages us to pursue wisdom, virtue, and meaningful relationships, seeking connections based on sincerity, mutual growth, and genuine interest. If you're in shallow relationships where the connection feels hollow, remember Stoic wisdom. Authentic relationships are not superficial. They are deep and nourishing. Stoicism teaches us to value what truly matters, seeking relationships that foster growth and genuine interest in each other's well-being. As you navigate relationships, remember the Stoic pursuit of wisdom, making choices that align with your values and bring true meaning to your life. If you're surrounded by superficial connections, seek out those that resonate with your values and aspirations. Stoicism reminds us that life is too short for relationships lacking depth and authenticity. Embrace genuine connections that align with Stoic principles of sincerity, wisdom, and genuine interest. When you continually feel ignored, take a Stoic approach and stand up for your dignity, not with aggression but with calm and firm resolve. Stoicism is about responding with wisdom and grace, like the calm in a storm. If you face a lack of respect in your relationships, remember the Stoic principle of self-respect. We should never accept being treated as less than we deserve. Take a deep breath and assert your boundaries and worth with calm firmness, as the Stoics would advise. Stoicism urges us to focus on what we can control, including how we allow others to treat us. It's a reminder that we don't have to accept disrespect. As you navigate relationships, channel your inner Stoic. Stand up for your dignity with wisdom and grace. As we conclude, remember your well-being and dignity are crucial. In life's theater, you're the protagonist, shaping your story. If you encounter disrespect, channel your inner Stoic and assert your worth with calm determination. It's about self-respect, and you deserve the utmost respect. Explore Stoic wisdom further through playlists available, diving deeper into teachings for a more meaningful and resilient life.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to receive great videos every day from the Quotes of Stoic channel. Goodbye and see you again.